There's a story out of Vidor, Texas. Now, if you know anything about Vidor, Texas was in the news a lot, definitely in the 90s and so on, because Vidor has a strong reputation of being a haven of white supremacy. Vidor was a place that didn't want black people even living in that town at all for a very long time. Now, me personally, I know those areas in East Texas, those Southeast Texas areas. And I've always told black people, why do you want to go over there? Like, it's nothing there. Why do you want to be there? But I'll talk about that just on another day, another time, because we always want to be places where it's not enough of us, and definitely we're not wanted, and there's no opportunities in those places. But let me talk about the subject matter at hand. So there was a manhunt for 4 suspects that the Vidor Police Department was looking for when they were searching for 4 men who stole money from an ATM in Alabama. So I guess they left Alabama and they was in their area. I was receiving a tip that the men were driving through Vidor. Okay. So they say officers tried to pull them over. However, they raced off around 6:30 p.m. before 7 rolled around. A text alert issued to residents informing them that the potential robbers were in the area. So it says, and I quote, the alert, burglary suspects in the area, please shelter in place and notify Vidor police if you see any black males in the area. Now, no other description at this time. Heavy law enforcement in the area, use caution. If they have any weapons, etc. So it definitely online, it went crazy because you telling them any black male, not a description of the vehicle or anything like that. Does any black dude, hey, let us know. I mean, come on. I mean, but let's call it what it is. That alert is really how a lot of us are viewed anyway. Think about all these videos of 911 where they're calling the police on black people. That's any black male in the area right there. Think about it. The harassment. Where are you going? What are you doing? The stop and frisk. That's any black man in the area. So one person came by and said, this is why I never stop in Vidor for gas when driving from Texas to Louisiana. It said the Vidor police said they notified them if you see any black males in the area. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, you do not want to stop in those areas. If you're going to go from Texas to Louisiana, put you some gas in your vehicle of on I-10 in Beaumont. Fill it up in Beaumont. Don't go stop over there. Matter of fact, stay on I-10. Don't veer off I-10. If you're going from Texas to Louisiana, stick to I-10. Don't veer off for no reason. Because them little towns that you're going to be going into, I'm telling you, stay away from them. Okay? And now the police chief came out, Rod Carroll, and he says that he was aware of the alert being sent out, but didn't know about the wording till the following morning. And he says he apologized to anyone else offended because he said, I will tell you, I was personally offended when I read that message went out. He said, Carroll said, noting his heart drop when he started the text, I trust my folks. And that's one of the things I need to make sure we're very specific when we send out information and be very careful in the wording that we send out. He said the text is too vague and missing more details. He said it did not include, he said, that the first off the 1800 block of North Tram was a location where we were looking for these individuals, and the word suspicious. Just because you're a black male walking through Vidor, Texas doesn't make him a suspect. We need to get past his stigma. That's what he stated. He said we should treat people with respect, X, Y, Z. But this is the thing. The people that's working there are stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid because you wouldn't want to put that out there about no other group of people. Have they ever put out a message say, hey, we're looking for some suspects. You see any white males in the area? Hey, call us. They don't put that out there. They always put it out by someone black. And as I stated before, Vidor has always had a reputation. Now, you may say, well, the police chief is this. He's not. He may not be that way. Let's go with that. Let's say he's not that way. I don't know the man. He may not be that way. He may not. Everything what he say could be exactly what happened. Somebody else did it. He didn't. So I can't blame him for it. But what I'm saying is, Obviously, he got some people working on that police department that should not be there, for one, because that put a lot of black males in danger that was around there. Put a lot of them in danger. Could have got their life taken from them because, oh, just because you're black in the area. Man, it just made me shake my head, but you know, it's to be expected. It's definitely to be expected. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the situation in Vidor, Texas. And before we wrap up, we have now 25 spots left on the South Africa tour that's coming up September 1 through 10, 2020. Now, I know these holidays are coming up, but I would tell you this: invest into yourself. If you want to give somebody something, give them a trip of a lifetime. That's what I would tell you. I said, why give your money to these corporations that can care less about black folks? Just invest into yourself. We need a vacation as black people a lot of times. And what a better way to go on a tour with some, you know, maybe some friends. You could take your friends, you could take your family if you want. You just have to, you know, send the email in that form, as I told you guys before, and the link is in the pinned comment. You fill out your name, give them your email address, and send a message. Say, hey, I came from African Diaspora News Channel. I want more information about the South Africa tour. Mark from the Real South Africa. He will respond from you, and you can ask him whatever questions that you would like, and then you can pay your deposit. The deposit will be $500, but you know, we have 25 spots left on that particular tour. So get in on it, because I don't want you to come back later and say, I didn't know, and feel, you know, can I get in? Like last time was the Kenya trip. So get in ASAP. Give your wife, your husband, y'all go together as a couple, which is always a fun thing to do. Or y'all can go in a group of friends, you know, on this South Africa tour. Do that. Like I say, it's you never did it before. A lot of us here, you know, at least say once in your life, you know what? I did go to the continent of Africa, and this is what I thought about it. So check that pinned comment below, and then you can just take it from there. But this story that we just reported on, like I said, it's just extremely dangerous. It's dangerous that nothing, you know, surely glad nothing happened. But, you know, this is America, and this is what you deal with. This is why I always tell you to have your Africa plan.